Why is this so amusing to me? Spin! Let's go! Hey everyone, it is Velvet. Welcome back to more Persona 3 FES. In the last one, not much really happened. Social link stuff, we advanced both Yuko and Keisuke's social links predominantly. In this one, we should be maxing some stuff out. And then I'll mostly just be preparing for the full moon, which is coming up in 6 days. Oh my gosh. Very soon. Today is a magic day. Yeah, actually just Thor is fine, right? Thor is fine to just increase with everything, because Thor's just got everything. Okay, so tomorrow, before we hang out with Yukari, I need to go and check the faculty office to see if Mr. Ono is there yet, because we need his samurai helmet still for a Elizabeth request. And then hopefully he'll have it, because we're going to Paulownia Mall anyway, because we want to buy equipment for everyone that I'm going to be taking into the next battle. The next chapter is about enzymes. Enzymes, yep. That is how that is pronounced for sure. Are you worried it'll go over your head? Don't worry, you're already familiar with the main places enzymes can be found. Your own body. Let's see if you can tell the class, Akira. Consider milk, which contains lactic acid. One type of enzyme's function is to break lactic acid into glucose and galactose. What is that enzyme called? Considering she was talking about milk, I want to say lactase? Yep, you got it. Some people get stomach aches from drinking milk because their bodies can't produce enough lactase. The same thing happens for some people with alcohol if they lack the enzymes to break the alcohol down. But if you're wondering if you have that particular enzyme, don't try to find out until you're 21, okay? You gave the correct answer. Hell yeah. Love not knowing the answer and just working it out based off of, well, lactates are for milk, so lactase? I mean, it makes sense. Hi Yukari, we will be talking later. First I must go downstairs and find a samurai. Like that one DDR song. Is it just called Butterfly? Hi, I'm your little butterfly. Green, black, and blue make the colors in the sky. That one. You ain't Mr. Ono. You are Miss Terauchi, the Japanese teacher. Odoroita. How did it get so late already? My darling's not home today, and I'm so samishi. Was it really the best choice to translate it this way? Because this just makes it sound like she's just a Japanophile inserting random Japanese into her sentences. But she is Japanese, so like obviously that's not the case. Maybe I should go to dinner with Miss Toriumi, that restaurant with the interesting game. What was it? A mahjong parlor? I hope I don't lose again, but I don't think I can win at all against Miss Toriumi. Konnichiwa, Akira-san. How are you? Miss Toriumi isn't here. I was just looking for her myself, actually. Say, Akira-san, do you play mahjong? It's very omoshiroi. The technical terms in particular are so interesting. If I play too much, I can't get them out of my head for days. Menpan pin dora dora richi ipatsu chi toitsu tsumo. I've said that stuff even in my sleep. My poor darling hasn't slept very well as a result. Shall I teach you the other technical terms? I'm just repeating what Miss Toriumi taught me, but... Well, for beginners, there's only Richi, then a few intermediate phrases. I've got reverse Dora. Looks like you're waiting for one tile, or you've gotta have more than 2 Han. Oh, or advanced stuff. You have a hand, don't you? I have all the tiles you're waiting for, and Mangam Booyah! So far, I've only had the chance to use the beginner's phrases, though. I'm not sure the phrases are the key to the game, but I'm rooting for you, Miss Tadauchi. But Miss Toriumi is a very patient teacher. She'll tell me, you should throw this one away, or you won't get many points if you call that one, so I wouldn't, and I dropped that tile by accident, so you can't run it. She's taught me so much, but I haven't been able to win a single match. It sounds like because you're focusing too much on stock phrases rather than how the game actually functions. Just a suggestion. Maybe learn the actual game. What do I know, though? I don't know how to play Mahjong. Maybe the technical terms are all about it. It's like an insult game where you just have to say the correct things without repeating it. That's what Mahjong is, right? That is my understanding of, as someone who has never played Mahjong in her life. The most I know about Mahjong is an art of Komaeda from Danganronpa, where he's playing Mahjong against Naegi and Celeste, as well as the Hope's Peak headmaster. And they all have high-scoring hands, and then Komaeda has, like, something called, like, I think it's, like, 7 Heavenly Gates or something, which is, like, the rarest hand in the game, or so I read. And then, of course, Hope's Peak's headmaster is just, he's got trash. And then they ended up, I think, referencing that piece of art in V3, because there's, like, the board game thing that you can go through, and one of the random encounters of that is, I believe, Celeste and Komaeda and Naegi, like, coming up with the idea to play that game. Yeah, you must have some new things in store. Okay, weapons. I like my one-handed swords. Let's see if we've got anything for me. We still, the scrap is what I have. The Sin Blade. It has more attack, but an unknown effect. So let's buy. Let's get armor for everyone first. So I want, I guess. She would be wearing the Aramid full shell, defense 74 versus... No. Cobalt legs. I actually don't think her equipment's that bad. Yeah, this is what she has. And then she already has cobalt legs. Okay. Yeah, so I think Aegis's armor is like fine. I'm also looking at Yukari, 84 and 58. Okay. Because I know your party members just upgrade their equipment. Oh, Automid Compound. This would be what Aegis would get, but oh, it's expensive. I'm gonna get it. I guess I should be... I guess I should be focusing on what my protagonist has, huh? But yeah, because your party members upgrade on their own. So yeah, I think their equipment is actually, like, competent. I think everyone's equipment is actually just competent. So I don't know what I was worried about. And then there's just the bathing suits, which I believe are actually costumes. Yeah, no, we are all, like, we could absolutely upgrade a little bit, but with how expensive it is versus how, like, how much it aids us, like, 10 points is not worth a fifth of my money, right? Not to me, anyhow. So yeah, I guess I didn't need to worry about equipment. The weapon would be the only other thing, but, like, I'm less worried about, well, maybe a different effect would be nice, because +2 luck isn't that much. But, like, your physical attack with your weapon, I think, is, as far as I know how it works, not as important, because you're going to be attacking with your persona mostly anyhow, and unless your persona attack is tied to your weapon stat, which I don't think it is, then yeah, it's just not, just the little boost we get isn't isn't worth the money we'd be spending, I don't think. So that was a glorious waste of time. That's fine. Yukari. Do I have a lover's persona? It didn't tell me I did. Devil, priestess, empress. No, I don't have a lover's. I guess I should go and get a lover's. What can I get rid of? Oh, Take Mikazuchi for sure. Especially because we're going to be maxing out Emperor later. Anyway, so yeah, let's just dismiss Take Mikazuchi. Oh, I got him for Thor for the fusion raid, didn't I? Maybe that wasn't the best choice, because I'm still going to need him for the fusion raid. It's okay. It's okay, I can buy him back. I can rebuild him. Better, stronger. What else do we have? Because there's nothing else I really would like to get rid of. Strength maybe with Hanuman. But not quite yet, because we still need Hanuman. We'll get plenty of time to go for that fusion raid. It's not that big of a deal just yet. So, yes. What do we have to register? Oh, I guess Thor, because we brought him to the arcade. Here, let's get a lover's. There, we got Saki Mitama, and now our... Oh, do we have the room for one more? I didn't think we did. Oh. So we didn't have to get rid of Take Mikazuchi, so again, that was just a waste of money. I thought our limit was 12. Oh, it is 12. I miscounted. I had 10 on deck. That explains it. I'm like, I feel like our compendium is full, but I thought it would have gone down all the way. Anyway, now that I'm done screwing around and wasting time, let's go spend time with Yukari. I would like to get to the full moon within a reasonable amount of time, so I don't want to waste any more than I already have, you know? Hi, Yukari. And since we have Saki Mitama, we can now spend time together. To the rooftop, huh? Yeah, sure, we can do that. Gakukan High School rooftop. A gentle breeze is blowing. Hey, do you remember when those guys stole my wallet and you came to help me? Sorry, I got so mad at you. I don't like having to depend on other people. I wanted to be able to take care of it myself, but I ended up needing your help. I never told you this, but I was really glad you came. I don't think I could say this to anyone else, Akita-kun. Thanks for your help back then. I really appreciate it. Of course. Anytime. Trying to play it cool, huh? You sense a warmth from Yukari. The two of you have grown much closer. A mysterious voice rings in your head. Thou art I, and I am thou. Thou shalt have our blessing when thou choosest to create a persona of the Lover's Arcana. The Yukari Takeba social link has reached level 6. Your power to create personas of the Lover's Arcana has grown. It seems like things are getting serious with Yukari. She might get upset if you go out with another girl. That's a shame. Whew, that's a big weight off my shoulders. Wow, it's getting late. You decide to go back to the dorm. Hello! The next full moon will be on November 3rd. That gives us 5 more days. We're getting there, aren't we? Today's Cantonese word is kalmena. Turn your head left and right and say it. Kalmena. Kalmena means help. Even I say kalmena to those apathy syndrome victims. That's all for this week. Back to the news. Why do you say help to the apathy syndrome victims? Shouldn't they be the ones asking you for help? Do you think? Yeah, I think so. Koromaru's freaking awesome. The end always makes people nervous. I'm a little nervous. Koromaru can sense a change. I'm sorry we haven't been going to Tartarus, Akiko. We've already advanced as much as we can. What the hell do you want from me? The number of the... Okay, well, I guess no one has anything to say. Fantastic. Let's go. Let's just go and increase Thor's stats. Let's get out of here. Oh god, not Mr. Edogawa. Class is now in session. Salamander Sorgluen. Miss Toriumi is feeling ill today. Again. I'll be her replacement today. People tend to overstuff themselves during autumn. Mind your manners. It just so happens that I have a lesson prepared. Today we'll look at summoning magic. Ooh, like we use. I mean, what? What's a persona? I've never heard of that in my life. The topic at hand is magic used to summon angels and demons to our world. First, what is summoning magic? It's when a magician summons a spiritual presence and controls it to achieve his or her goals. Like shamanism, summoning magic can be seen throughout the world in different eras. It's widely seen in books, movies, better video games. Yeah? Go on. And so on. Johann Wolfgang von Goeth's-Fass was instrumental in the popularization of summoning magic. There are many examples of summoning magic I'd like to share, but we don't have that much time. But here are a few of them. In the Middle Ages, John Dee and Edward Kelly joined forces in Europe to summon an angel. Later, in the 19th century, the magician Eliphas Levi summoned the spirit Apollonius. Following in his footsteps was Aleister Crowley, who in the 20th century summoned the guardian angel Ios. What else? There's Neoplatonism, focusing on the doctrine of summoning and guiding a spirit called a daemon. In Voodoo, the Haungan may summon a spirit called a Loa. Isn't Loa one of the personas we can summon? And in Japan, an incantation in a religion called Vajrayana can be considered a summoning ritual. By performing this ritual, the summoner tries to fuse with Buddha to gain his power. I could go on and on. There are countless examples of summoning magic. But by studying many different forms, you can begin to see a pattern. Once magic circles, spells, and the like were established as part of the ritual, they saw more common use and... You feel tired. That I do, but I will stay awake. But summoning magic isn't always used for powerful spirits. It can also invoke everyday spirits. Seances, for example, or Ouija boards. These rituals are easy to perform and thus very attractive, but, as I've told you many times, do not try this at home. It may result in unpleasantnesses. Yeah, no, really, like, I don't strictly know what my beliefs are on the supernatural. I do think the supernatural exists to some extent, though to how much seances or whatever work, I don't know. But I will never do one because best case scenario, nothing happens. Worst case scenario, you've invited something into your home that is, you probably don't want there. And it is traditionally much easier to invite a spirit into your home than it is to get rid of one. So, yeah, you won't catch that. How do I phrase this? Fuck around and find out, I guess. I'm not gonna fuck around. I don't want to find out. That's it for today. You stayed up and listened to the lecture. Did our academics increase, though? Did it really? But yeah, just general rule of thumb, both in the supernatural and out, don't screw with things you don't understand. Look around, man. We're surrounded by ordinary students. We could be just like them next month, huh? Yeah, we sure could. Alright, we are going to student council, but first, you know the drill. We gotta go to the faculty office and hope we run into that goddamn samurai. We probably won't, though. We're probably gonna run into, like, just someone random. We're gonna run into Edogawa. Because I don't think we've ran into him yet. Oh, there he is, thank God. Mr. Ono is in the faculty office. Ah, Kira. I've been waiting for you. Okay, not really. I looked and looked, but there's nothing at my house that's not related to Masamune. This didn't belong to Masamune personally, but it still has ties to him, so... Do you really need this? Maybe you've reconsidered? Not that I'm reluctant at all to give it to you, you understand. So I'll give it to you, but you'll take good care of it, right? It'll become a family heirloom, right? Obtained Kanatsugu! Kanatsugu Naoe! I know of Kanatsugu. For some reason, because I'm a fan of the Samurai Warriors series, which is historical samurai, romanticized. For some reason, when me and my sister played Samurai Warriors 2, which Kanatsuga now is in, for some reason, we were just immensely amused by his name and kept just repeating it in that, like, Kanatsuga voice, you know? I don't know why, but it's still amusing to me. You must be proud, Akira. You've got a family heirloom now. Yeah, I guess this is how it should be. Well, I've still got a few of those left at home. This is the second time I've given my helm to a student after all. That Bebe, did you know him? He's an exchange student in my class. Back in the spring when he first came here, he admired it so much that I let him have it. It does my heart good to see men with the samurai spirit, even those from a foreign country. It must be because the lives of the Sengoku's generals still shine brightly across history. Masumune Date, for example. The amazing thing about him is that he enjoyed the stories about Masamune. Again, you feel that your knowledge of history has deepened. Your academics has increased. You obtained a helm from Mr. Ono. And we can finally turn in that request, huh? Just a little trick. Is it Kanatsugu Naoe? I imagine it is. He's one of the more famous... Oh, it'd probably be a key item, wouldn't it? He's one of the more famous samurai of the era. Doesn't say. It's probably Kanatsugu Naoe. I don't see who else would it be. There might be other Kanatsugus, but he is also one with a famous helmet because it, like, it's just shaped very uniquely, you know? If Elizabeth describes the shape, I will know for sure. Because if it's a shape I recognize, then, well, it's Kanatsugu Naoe. Hey, Elizabeth. I see. So this is it. The helm from the ancient Sengoku era. Its heft, its feel, and the character love on its brow. Does that mean to protect the head? Or was it love for the helm? Mysteries upon mysteries. Still, it is a wonderful helm. This satisfies my request. Why don't you take the helm with you? I think it suits you better than it does me. Please accept your reward. Does it? I don't know. I would like to see you in the helmet, Elizabeth. I think that'd be funny. Anyway, yes, that is Kanatsugu Naoe's helmet for sure then, because his did have the character I on it for love. How cumbersome must that have been? Do you think he ever caught a sword with the love ornament? Or do you think it would have broken off if he did? Just parries, not with his own sword, but just with his helmet, just deflects with the love. It's symbolic, okay? The only comment that's coming to my mind now is make love, not war, which, I'm not sure applies here, but it's symbolic. We have to go to the student council room, goddamn. Here. Yes, let's spend time with Hidetoshi. Gekukan High School Student Council Room. There's a student council meeting. You help Hidetoshi with his presentation. So that's my review of the proper way to wear one's uniform. Please keep these things in mind. I'm not trying to force everyone to change the way they dress. I would like to hear your opinion. You overhear several comments. Hey, did Hidetoshi just say he wanted to hear our opinions? Before he didn't care what we thought. Well, at least he's trying. The meeting is over. Thanks, Akira-kun. I couldn't have done it without you. How would I do? Not bad. Not bad at all. If you say so. Anyway, it's a big weight off my shoulders. Hidetoshi seems to be blushing. I may have given people the impression that I'm selfish, but I'll win back their trust. Look at this. Hidetoshi removes a lighter from his pocket. You know that cigarette butt in the bathroom? One of the guys fessed up. And you know what else? He promised me that he'll never smoke again. This lighter is proof of that. I earned his trust by showing concern for others, just like you taught me. Here, I want you to have this. I'll hang on to it, yeah. Please do. Obtained cheap lighter. I've been looking down on people, but you taught me an important lesson. I don't think I'll ever compare to you, though. Hidetoshi seems embarrassed. No, you are making great strides. You're doing great, my man. Do not sell yourself short at all. I believe in you. You sense great respect from Hidetoshi. Your relationship is stronger now. Yeah, it's maxed out. A mysterious voice rings in your head. Thou art I, and I am thou. The bond thou hast nurtured hath finally matured. The innermost power of the Emperor Arcana hath been set free. We bestow upon thee the ability to create Odin, the ultimate form of the Emperor Arcana. The Student Council social link has reached its maximum level. You have mastered the Student Council social link. Your powers to create personas of the Emperor Arcana has reached its maximum. So now we have Odin, we have Thor. Have we found Loki? Is Loki in this game? I don't remember. I know he is a persona in the series. I just don't think we get him. You forged a bond that cannot be broken. The Odin, the Storm God. Do you remember the story I told you about the TV anchor woman? The man sent to prison was my father. I see now that sincerity is important, and I'm proud of myself for learning its true meaning. I also realized what an amazing man my father is. It's time to go home. You want to go somewhere? You know, we've never hung out outside of school. You decide to go with Hidetoshi. He seems really excited. Yeah, let's go get some ramen or something, or go to the arcade. Yeah, let's go to the arcade. I want to see how you would do at video games.
Where have you been?
I've been out with the Emperor Arcana. As the resident Emperor Arcana of our group, I think you would appreciate that. You know? Although cultural anthropologists have determined the dates of attack and recovery, people are still concerned since no one has figured out the cause of the syndrome. Yeah, that would definitely be very, very concerning. Looks like everybody's still saying saying the same old. Come on, guys. Say one thing new. I just want my time talking to you all to feel worth it, but you are not making it feel worth it. You're just rehashing the same content over and over and over again. It's like you're video game characters and not real people. Please, prove to me I'm not in a simulation. Anyway, let's go play some video games, right? Right, guys? We need to go deeper. Ooh, the ominous music. Hey, Yukari. The moon will be full soon. We're almost done. Let's give it everything we've got. Of course. After this is all over, let's celebrate. Yeah, let's. Hi, I guess. Sorry, I was thinking. I was wondering what will become of me once we have defeated all the shadows. I hope I can continue to attend school. I also hope so. It would be a real shame if you were just decommissioned afterwards. Especially because, like, they give Aigis a heart. It's not like she's just an emotionless weapon. And, like, sure, her human capabilities are still growing at this point, but, like, to give a weapon a heart and then to decommission it just feels so cruel. Do we have... Yes, we have Hanuman. Of course we have Hanuman, I remember that. We're just spending time today. We're not advancing. If we were, that would be hilarious, because then that would mean we are ahead of schedule. But, we are not. We are absolutely never going to be ahead of schedule with Yuko. We're only ever going to be behind schedule. Because this game hates me. We have 3 days left. I can go to Tartarus whenever you're ready. We're not going to Tartarus, Akihiko. Autumn, the lights are beautiful, particularly at the Moonlight Bridge in Minato-ku. Like Mitsuru said, we'll be facing Strega in our next battle. Well, I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm gonna give them hell in return for what they did to Shinji. I'm right there with you, my guy. I don't think Strega will simply allow us to defeat the last shadow. They will either try to stop us outright or secretly set a trap for us. What do you think they'll do, Suzuki? Probably try to stop us. Yes, I agree. They will most likely try to stop us outright. Even if they were to set a trap, Yamagishi would be able to detect it. That, and taking matters into your own hands, is infinitely more reliable, and we're on the last shadow, so I don't think they can afford to take the gamble of a trap. That is a possibility. We will need to rely on Yamagishi to detect it then. Might do both. I've been so busy lately that I haven't been able to see Chidori. Well, we're almost done. After we kill the last shadow, I'm gonna go straight to the hospital. You do that. Go to her. I cannot understand the nervousness you are all feeling, but I know that everyone will be giving their all in this battle, and so will I. This will be the last time we fight, so we must do our very best. That we will. I'll be counting on you, I guess. Ken! Strega might be planning something, but I don't care. I'm going to avenge Shinjiro-san. Me too, buddy. And let's talk to it, because we are going on to walk the dog together, Ken. So let's talk about Strega, or whatever else you want to talk about. It doesn't have to be Strega. I just assume. I did it! I didn't lose today! Yikes, it's hot. Really? At the end of October? We're almost at the final battle. We can do it! You spoke with Ken for a while. That was a very enlightening conversation. Thank you. Ah, he's back. Let's do our best, too. I guess it doesn't have to be enlightening. It's just a whole lot of, we're gonna be doing our best. And yes, we will absolutely be doing our best. Let's go to bed. Betty, bye. Sunday. There's no school today. That there is not. So let's check Tanaka's show and see what banal product he has for us today. A berserker's seal, guaranteed to make your friends jealous. Alongside 2 mega protein. Protein. Yeah, let's get some protein. I need to watch Agretzko season 3. That came out a while ago, didn't it? I'll do that eventually. Like many people, I'm very on and off with anime. I'll go like months without watching a single episode, and then I'll like binge. Or occasionally I'll get in the mood where I'm like watching an episode or 2 a day, and then for like a month I'm like, I just can't do it anymore. Strega might be planning something. Yukari. I love your outfit, by the way. It's gonna be a full moon soon. You're getting nervous. I need to stop thinking about it and just relax. It's hard to relax, though. On the next episode of Phoenix Ranger Featherman R, episode 37, Here Comes the Emperor. What could possibly eat more than owl and love more than condor? And now the news. Footage shows that the shopping mall is filled with... Filled with what? Filled with what? Filled with what? Probably apathy syndrome victims. Cannot understand the nervousness. The atmosphere of the dorm is so tense, but we should all try to relax. We need to remain calm if we want to win the last battle. Yeah, we need to be thinking straight. Okay, well, it is Sunday, and like Sundays that we don't have a date on, we are going to be going to the shrine to hang out with Akinari. See what he's up to, see how he's doing. Hey, my guy. I would love to talk with Akinari for a while. I'm doing better today. I know it probably looked pretty bad last time, right? I'd been reading a book before we met that day. I got so absorbed in the reading that I forgot to close the window, and I didn't realize how chilly it was. Do you read many books? Yeah. Yeah, I like reading. I haven't admittedly read as much as I would like to, though. I remember earlier on in the series I asked for book recommendations, and I honestly haven't read that much since then, but I do like reading. It's just... I don't have a lot of I don't have as much free time as I would like to read, because the free time I do have, I want to spend on other things, right? So it's just a mess. But I do like reading. I see. That's something we have in common then. Akinari seems pleased. I read a lot of books these days. I find that they're the easiest ways to spend my time, since I can get lost in a book's private world. Do you read books all the way to the end? The correct answer here, not that it matters, you advance Akinari basically every time regardless, but the correct answer is, if it's boring, I stop reading. But my own personal choices, of course I do. I don't like leaving things unfinished, which, if you know me, you know in video games I'm a completionist, and I complete basically every game I play to 100%. So, yes, I read them all the way to the end, but if it's boring, I stop reading. I don't read the endings either, though I think our reasons for doing so are different. Akinari smiled. I get really into the story and usually reach the end quickly, but I never want to finish it. Because if I finish the story, I'll be stuck here again, alone in my room, as Akinari, the person who can't escape his fate. Stories about hope or heroism. Those are the kind of books I read. So hopefully, if I do decide to finish reading them, I'll feel happy at the end when I come back here. Akinari smiled weakly. That makes a lot of sense. You're someone who feels a lot of hopelessness in his daily life, so you read books to escape that and try to imagine a world where things are better for you. That said, I also know that a lot of people who are at their worst also like to read bittersweet or even tragedies, because it's cathartic. It makes you feel like you're not alone in your struggles, right? Everyone has their different ways to cope. Your relationship is stronger now! Sad music. A mysterious voice rings in your head. Thou art I, and I am thou. Thou shalt have our blessing when thou choosest to create a persona of the Sun Arcana. The dying young man's social link has reached level 4. Your power to create personas of the Sun Arcana has grown. Time is ruthless. It looks like the sun is already setting. I hope we have another chance to talk. You decided to go back to the dorm.
Welcome back.
Thanks. The day after tomorrow is the day. It's been a long journey, but we're finally here. We're the only ones who can defeat it, so don't let your guard down until the very end. Of course. We've already talked to a couple people, so they'll probably still have the same things to say, but we'll check. You haven't been able. Ikutsuki is new, so he'll probably have something new. Well, what would everyone like for their last meal? I'm being ignored. Well, I guess they're too focused to enjoy my jokes. That's a rather morbid joke, because last meal implies that we're gonna die. Ikutsuki-san seems to joke around a lot, but I'm unable to understand his humor. My mind is already filled with thoughts of the last shadow, the dark hour, and the lost. It's funny you should mention that, because Persona Q, has the opposite interpretation in that Ikutsuki-san filled up your hard drive with puns for every occasion, and then Yukari-san forced you to delete them all. So maybe Yukari's already forced you to delete them all, and that's why you haven't, and that's why you don't understand them anymore. That makes sense. Hi, Koromaru. Strega might be planning something. Oh, there's Yukari. All right, Koromaru. We have another walk with him tonight, and tonight we are going with Yukari. So let's do that. Phew, I'm beat. You're too fast for me, Koro-chan. I bet you're having fun, though. Alright, knock yourself out. I wonder if Koro-chan's as psyched up as I am. Just 2 days left. Getting more anxious about it. Everything will work out, I'm sure. He spoke with Yukari for a while. I hope everything works out alright, yeah. Oh, welcome back. You look pretty pleased with yourself, Koro-chan. Why don't we start heading back? Almost selected study. Nope, not what I want. Ominous music again. Fuka. Hello. Good morning. Well, tomorrow's the day. What's tomorrow? Hey, don't joke around. I'm positive a shadow will appear tomorrow. Strega might be up to something as well. Anyway, please make sure you are prepared. I think we're very prepared. Do not stress, Fuka. We're gonna do great. Class is ended for today. Tomorrow will be the final battle. Are you ready? If not, you should purchase the necessary equipment after school. Please make sure you are well prepared. Our equipment's fine. We'll be all right. Tomorrow's the day. I just know I'm not going to be able to concentrate in class. What about you? I'm not worried. Dude, how can you be so calm? Well, I'll be counting on you, man. I'm a little nervous. Not good, bro. We better find a way to chill. Such as? I'm open to suggestions. Yukari, we are spending time with you today. We are not advancing, though. We're just spending time, which is just as well because we're running a bit low on time. But we are almost at the full moon, so it's all good. We went to Octopia.
Well, tomorrow will be our last operation.
Yeah. We've been through a lot this last 6 months. Don't you think?
Yeah, it went by pretty quickly, I'd say. That's not true. That's not true. This has been a long playthrough. Yeah, it was rough.
It sure was.
Well, it was a lot better than doing nothing, right? Besides, we made some new friends.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, it's all been worth it if you ask me. It's been 2.5 years since I got this power. And you don't hear me complaining.
Sonata-san.
2.5 years is a long time. Oh, wait. For Igus, it's been even longer, huh?
I was asleep for much of the time, so I have not been in operation for very long.
How about you, Mitsuru-senpai? You started before Akihiko-san, right?
Me? Yes, it was just me at first. Of course, back then, C's didn't exist, and this was just a regular dorm.
Did the chairman recruit you?
No. I've been aware of the Dark Hour since I was a child. One time, my father's research team was attacked by shadows. That's when I awakened to my persona, when I witnessed the incident.
That's what happened?
It seems I was the first. If that had never happened, perhaps none of you would have to bear this terrible burden.
Senpai,
It would have happened to someone eventually. Besides, the enemy can't just be ignored.
I suppose that's true.
A mysterious voice rings in your head. Thou art I, and I am thou. Thou shalt have our blessing when thou choosest to create a persona of the Fool Arcana. The C's social link has reached level 6. Your power to create personas of the Fool Arcana has grown. Okay, good. I was about to say, you better not just jumpstart me right into tomorrow. I have outros to make and saves to make. If you're a Leo, then your lucky color is brown. For even more luck, try removing a bookmark from a book you're still reading. Yeah? How would that be lucky? This will make the shadows disappear, right? Along with the Dark Hour, Tartarus, and everything else? But what my dad did... Well, all we can do is hope for the best, right? You can't understand the nervousness. Let's not go to Tartarus. I mean, we could, I just don't want to. Thank you for all you've done for us. Let's do our best in the last battle. Of course, counting on everyone. Hey, I almost forgot. Tomorrow's Culture Day. Probably just stay home and rest, though. We've got the last operation coming up soon. Yeah, definitely want to conserve your strength, right? And this is it. I'm going to fight for my mom and Shinjiro-san. Of course. I've got your back, Ken. But on that note, it's time to end things off here. Thank you so very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider subscribing and leaving a like and all that. And the next one, the last full moon shadow. Until then, have a fantastic day, alright? See you then.